Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my friend Amy with us from Salem 5. Hey, Amy, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm great. I'm great. Good morning, Kevin.
So first, thanks for jumping in with us. So today, Amy, I was thinking about you this morning as we got ready to do the video. And as a former banker, I realized the importance of having a relationship with our banker. You know, especially in troubling times that we're in. Most people never give it a thought. You know, you open a business, you go, you get your checking account, maybe a savings account, and that's pretty much it. But if you're thinking about it, you really want to have a relationship with your banker. You know, what type of products do I need right now to help me get through this? So it's really important to not just have a bank, but to have a banker.
I couldn't agree with you more, especially being the banker herself. But I'll give you a little bit of background about Salem 5, because that's another thing. There are banks on every corner, kind of like nail salons. So you say, all right, well, how do I choose? Salem 5, we've been around for a long time, which is good in that we have an established history. We're very secure. We're 5-star rated because of our financial strengths. Let's see, some of the other things about us. We have 36 branches. Wow. Throughout the North Shore of Boston, as well as Boston proper. So we're very accessible, and despite our age, we started in 1855, we really focused on technology. So 3 years ago, we pulled the guts of our bank out the system, and we replaced it with a brand new system in order to be able to take on technologies that come down the pike. So this is to make sure that any customer that chooses us, let's say over one of the big brand name banks, isn't making a sacrifice technology-wise to work with the smaller bank. Now if I get back to your specific question about relationships, you know, that's been sort of the core of our philosophy of getting to know the customer and figuring out how to get at what the customer is trying to accomplish so we can provide the tools. It's a different approach than from, this is what I have as a bank, I'm trying to ram it down your throat. Yeah. It's more, all right, what are you trying to do? Let's look at the tools we have to offer and our expertise of dealing with other customers in a similar situation, and see how we can make your cash flow more easily and make your banking life not a source of stress, but something to complement your business and enhance what you do.
It's funny, Amy, as a small business owner, I never gave a lot of thought to technology with my bank. You know, it's just like, just go to the bank and make my deposit. But when all of this happened and that became a little bit more of a challenge, I'm like, why am I not using this technology to get my money into the bank quicker? Because like everyone else, you know, I get checks and they sit on my desk. I'm like, I better go cash Amy's check. You know, or you'll text me going, hey, you know, did you give me a free membership? You know, it's been 3 weeks, you haven't cashed my check. So to like you said, you know, especially when cash flow becomes very important, you know, to have that technology to be able to check what's clearing my account and not have to drive to the bank going, hey, Amy, can you see if Kevin's check cleared? Really smart and important technology right now, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But you know, we understand too, a lot of people are nervous about it, or you know, they're old school, you know, and they've always sat down at their desk, written their checks, driven to the bank to make the deposits, and are very resistant to the new technology. Again, a lot of times because they don't understand it, they're not comfortable with computers and so on. If you're in the trades, maybe you haven't spent a heck of a lot of time on the computer. So that's something we really take into mind. And, you know, we'll do the face-to-face with the person and walk them through the technology so they feel comfortable. So my mom's 85, right? And I get a lot of those calls in the you know, late afternoon. My computer stinks. It's not working. It's broken. I broke it, whatever. So I've become really good at communicating with people who have that nerve, this nervousness and discomfort, and sort of easing them into it. And then being available, I'll always say, okay, when you go home, try to log in. I'm going to be here for the next 3 hours. Call me right away. Because if you've forgotten, what to press or you get stuck, I want to walk you through it. And once we're over that hump, usually the technology flows and is the business owner's friend rather than foe.
Yeah.
So that's how we operate.
But I really like that, is taking the time to care. Because like you said, if you're a little nervous about the technology and then I try to do it and it doesn't work right away, I'm going right back to my old school philosophies of, well, I just want to go in and say hi and get a lollipop type of thing, But like I said, I like that the bank has both. Because to your point, there are people who they want to go to the bank. They want to say hi. They want to, hey, I know I put that check in my account. I have the receipt in my hand. I didn't take a picture of it. And, it went off into the cloud, the cyberspace, whatever you want to call it. People, like I said, they get a little nervous about that. So what's cool about what you're doing at Salem 5 is you're giving people the best of both worlds.
Well, that's what we aim to do, truly. And so to give you a sense of the breadth of our services, obviously we do, personal accounts, checking, savings, CDs. We have a mortgage division. We do a lot of home equity lines of credit. On the other side, we have the business, the corporate online banking for really large entities. Then we have the small business area, which I really focus on, again, with the technologies as well as the accounts to accommodate the smaller business. But something I'm interested or excited about is with the COVID period, with people working from their homes for the most part, not a lot of face-to-face with their clients, our business owners, having to work from afar, or maybe contractors doing work in a house but without any interaction with the homeowner directly. Cash flow has become a concern because you're not collecting checks coming to the bank and so on. So we put out an initiative of cash flow solutions for small business. And these are things like a desktop scanner in your office to scan checks so they don't sit on your desk, Kevin, for 2 or 3 weeks. So that way you deposit them on the spot. We also have set up for ACH transfers through your online banking. ACH stands for Automatic Clearinghouse, and that would be a bank-to-bank transfer. So let me give you an example rather than talking the bank lingo. Some small businesses choose to do their own payroll. They want a direct deposit to their 5 staff members. They can do this through ACH. Direct deposit into Joe's bank, into Susan's bank, into Johnny's bank without having to send a physical check. Another thing we found during this COVID period is a terrible uptick of fraud. Checks being sent through the mail and stolen out of mailboxes, checks copied and issued for different amounts. So the ACH is also a way to pay a vendor directly without having to send a check through the mail. It's much more secure and fast. So then the third part of this cash management solutions piece is also, or cash flow solutions, is wire transfer at the desktop. This could be a law firm that has to send a lot of wires domestically, doesn't want to have to come into the branch to do it. They can actually get some sort of encoding through their online banking. They have a handheld keypad that gives them a special confidential code, and they're able to send wires directly out of their office. So these services traditionally have been for larger businesses with a fairly high price. And so we put together this package for small business that is really not cost prohibitive and convenient for a small business, low tech, not confusing. And so that's something I'm going to be talking to my customers a lot about to see how we can help them with their cash flow.
Beautiful. So Amy, how can people reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
Well, my office is in North Andover. I'm at 601 Chickering Road, pretty much right next to Shotty's Restaurant and across the street from Hafner's gas station. Um, I will hit the road and go visit people, you know, once it's safe to do so. My phone number is 978-794-1700. Again, 978-794-1700. Amy Lamarche, I'm the manager here, but really accessible and available and happy to talk to people. Even if they don't want to do business with Salem 5, I'm happy to point them in the right direction.
Awesome, Amy. Really appreciate you taking a few minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks, Kevin.